Hi everyone, how are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing great. This is Praveen Dore from Dice University, and in today's video, we are going to talk about Clickbank for beginners, native ad strategy. Are you ready for today's video? But before we go to today's video, please help us by hitting the subscribe button for this channel, the like button if you like this video definitely, and the bell notification so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and so we can keep giving you good content every time. So are you ready for the video? Let's go.
This video is brought to you by Landerize.com. Create highly optimized landing pages in minutes. Get your 14-day free trial in the description below this video.
Welcome to today's video everybody, and in today's video we are going to talk about Clickbank for beginners native ad strategies. So what we are basically going to talk about is we're going to show you guys 7 native ad strategy that you can actually use, that you can actually make your native ads campaign go really wild. So that's what we'll be covering in today's video. Everything that I'm going to say, I'm going to give you some examples, I'm going to show you how to do it and all this kind of stuff as well. But keep in mind that if you want a much more detailed concept on this, there is actually a 45 days free native ads campaign course given by the Dice University, exclusive for the Dice University Forum members. It's absolutely free. You can also grab your chance on this free native ads course, 45 days course right now by registering yourself into the Dice University Forum. You can do that by clicking the link in the description of this video. So make sure you do that and you will get a better exposure on native ads, the whole strategy and the whole step-by-step guide on how to do it for 45 days, guys. It's really interesting. Trust me, you are going to benefit a lot from this. So let's get started, shall we? So the first thing that we're going to talk about is that what is Clickbank and what you're going to use for Clickbank, and why we say Clickbank for beginners, because Clickbank is very famous for beginners, guys. The thing is, when you try to sign up into Clickbank, the most highlight thing about Clickbank is like we want to create an account, right? So all you got to do is just fill up this information, guys. You can see this one over here, and this is the only stuff that you would be filling, and there's no verification, there's no screening or anything. The moment you signed in into this, I think you have to verify your email alone. Once you have verified your email, you can actually get access to Clickbank itself. Let me just log in into Clickbank so you can actually go ahead and get your access into Clickbank. And this is one of the major reasons why people actually like Clickbank, in the sense of once you have signed up, and then you can actually go ahead and straight away logged in into your Clickbank account. So there's no screening process, and this makes the registration process for beginner affiliate marketers who just embarking in the affiliate marketing journey to enter Clickbank, to access the Clickbank's marketplace, and then they can actually just go ahead and choose the offer that they want to promote and start promoting it, guys. So it's very simple to do it, and this is one of the reasons why Clickbank is actually very famous for beginners, guys. So what about native ads? Let's just jump straight away into this video without wasting any time. So what about native ads? With native ads actually became very popular. I think in the year 2016 or something like that, they became very pop I think 2013 they became very popular, because they actually, the main purpose of native ads is to have a paid ads which look not like a paid ads, which looks which ads that actually blend in with the surface. You must have seen native ads a lot of places. Facebook promoted ads when you're scrolling through Facebook newsfeed. That's actually native ads. When you search in Google search and then the ads coming just looks exactly like a normal search result, that is actually a native ad. So these are the purpose of native ads, and native ads have actually managed to overcome banner blindness, and this is one of the reasons why people like native ads a lot. So let's get started, guys. So what do you need to do to have a very good native ad? So the first thing is that you need to set your campaign goal. And when I say setting up your campaign goal, you cannot set unrealistic goals. For example, if you are running an offer in Clickbank, let's say you are running this offer for Clickbank, so you need to know exactly what are you promoting. So for that particular purposes in Clickbank, there's actually something which is called the affiliate page. So if you go to the affiliate page, most of the good offers, I'm not selling all the offers, so most of the good offers will tell you exactly what are you doing. For example, you see this one, we offer 75% commission, very exceptional for recurring billing products. So initial billing is $37, so $37 every month, you get 75%, and then you get 75% for rebill. So oh yep, you get even for recurring products. So this is exact amount of what you get. So you have to know what is your average sales amount, so you can actually see it over here itself. So once you actually try to promote this, you can actually see what is roughly the sales amount that you can actually maintain with this particular offer, or one specific offer. And not only that, you need to know exactly whether you're supposed to get sales, or you're supposed to leads, or you're supposed to drive traffic. You need to know what exactly you need to do, and you can actually determine that by checking out the offer itself. And this is one of the major reason in your native ads campaign. Without knowing clearly what is your goal in your native ads, you will not be able to achieve that goal. So this is the first thing. Make sure you know your goal precisely. Mainly is to focus on whether it's a sale. If it's a sale, how much it's a sale, do you get recurring payment, like just now we was doing this one, right? So whether you get recurring payment or not. So this offer actually says exactly what happens. So let's check out another offer and see whether that offer says or not. So usually they do say exactly what you need to do. So okay, yeah, get $80 for each sales of wood profit, and you can actually see, okay, so first thing is you need to know how much is this. Front end $37 product, upsell 29, second upsell 39. So you see that give you a potential of total $80 per sale. So these are the things that you need to know what you're doing. So these are all sales, and basically mostly in Clickbank they are actually sales oriented. Or if you actually go to different affiliate network like Max Bounty, maybe they are leads orientated. There's leads, there's installations, the CPI, and all this kind of stuff. So basically what you need to know is you need to know what you're promoting, how much you're actually going to get for that product, and everything. And this, why is this important? If this will actually help you also to manage your cash flow properly, in order for you to actually go ahead and produce good ads later on, guys. So this is very essential. So make sure you know what is your campaign goal and how you exactly need to move with this campaign goals, guys. So this is the first one. So the second one would be define your target audience. So this is very important as well. So let's be a little bit specific, guys. Let's say we go to Clickbank, right? We are choosing an offer. So to choose an offer in Clickbank, I have actually I always emphasize in three methods. First thing is you can actually go Google. You can search, for example, let's say best offers Clickbank 2020. So you can actually search over here in Google. You can actually search for the best offers, a high converting niche, and all this kind of stuff within Google itself, and determine which product is running good. Or you can go to Clickbank itself. You can just choose whatever niche that you want. For example, you like let's say you like health and fitness, for example. So you can choose this niche you like. You can choose a sub niche that you want, and then let's say you like men's health, for example. So you can choose a sub niche that you want, and then you can check out the offers, guys. So regardless of what you do, you need sorry, before we talk about that, so the third step is for you to just go to Clickbank, not utilizing Google or not utilizing anything else. You just go to Clickbank, you just press this one over here, and then you sort the results by gravity. Gravity simply means that how many people have actually bought this item in the last 30 days. So this product has the highest gravity. Usually I don't choose product that has gravity lesser than 30. And whatever you do, guys, whatever you do, let it be method 1, let method 2, method 3, you need to know your target audience. For example, this usually you can actually see over here, category is health and fitness, right? So these are health and fitness. So even though it's actually health and fitness, sometimes it's targeted for different individuals. For example, if you go to men's health niche, you need to target specifically maybe obese men. So this is penis enlargement, so you need to target for men. So let's say that for example, you run this offer, penis enlargement bibble, don't know what is this. So yeah, this is, I think this is an adult offer. So if you run this particular offer and you go ahead and target female audience, for example, it will not work, it will not run at all, because this offer is catered not for that particular target audience. This offer is catered for male target audience. And let's say we do another thing, for example, we do parenting, we do marriage, for example. Oh, let's say yep, we go to marriage, and then we run this offer, how to be fun wedding MC. Okay, this doesn't make sense. Let's go divorce, for example. Okay, save my marriage today. So you, let's say you're running this offer, even though you shouldn't run this offer because it has a very low gravity, but let's just assume that you're running this offer, save my marriage today. So let's take a look at this offer. I'm going to show you. So when you take a look at this offer, why your spouse is lying to you, the reason why they want divorce. So when you're running this particular offer is targeted to people who's already married. So let's say if you actually run this offer and you target single people, people without a relationship, maybe you use Facebook to target or something like that. So you actually target people who are single. Do you think this one will work? It will not work, because that is not its target audience. So you need to be very precise in defining your target audience. When I say define your target audience, it doesn't matter if you're running an Clickbank offer, you're running a different offer. Target audience is very, very important. That's why in Facebook we do interest targeting, or even if you're using native ads, for example, let's say you're using let's just go ahead and use a random publisher, and then you actually take their particular platform and use it for advertising. They do have targeting in their platform, right? Whenever you do campaign, they will have targeting in their platform. And when you're targeting a platform, you need to target the proper and the correct interest. If you don't target the proper and the correct interest, trust me, you will not be having a very, very good native advertising campaign. So this is the second method, which is define your target audience. So the third one would be selecting the right publisher. So this is actually very important as well, because when you're doing a native ads, you can actually use Google. Like I told you, Google is also considered as native ads, Facebook is also considered as native ads. But let's say you want to do real native ads with newsfeed and everything, so you have to select the proper publisher. So you can actually go Google and you can actually search for, let's say, best native advertising platform. So you can actually search like this. You can see, okay, top native advertising platform. Let's see which one have I used before. So when you search for this article, for example, redirect.com, yes, it's very good, because they are the only one who actually runs email newsletter native ads, as per my knowledge. Outbrain is there, Native is there, Gravity, Triple Lift, so nativeads.com, Tabula, and all that are here as well. So these are the networks that you can actually use to as your native advertising platform. It's very, very important, because different native ads platform has different benefits and has different, what we say, pros and cons. So MGID has its own pros and cons, guys. So when you're choosing MGID, you should know what is its pros and cons. Same goes to rave content. So for example, if you're running a US offer, for example, rave content is one of the best to have it, because you can see that rave content actually reached 97% of US households. So they're actually very famous and very crazy when it comes to US offers. So like I told you, when you are actually determining your target audience, when you are actually determining your target audience, defining your target audience, you would indirectly know which publisher to choose. And make sure you do your own background check as well on which publishers to choose. So you can use Google to search for the best native ads platform, like what I just did over here. But make sure you know the both the pros and the cons. Like for example, redirect.com, they're very famous and they are the only one who actually do email newsletters. So if you're targeting your target audience, the people that you're targeting is via email newsletters, then redirect is the best place to go. So there's a lot of native ads advertising platform there is, guys. There's Tabula, there's a lot, guys. I've been showing you most of the native ads campaign for quite some time, native ads advertising platform. So there's really a lot. So you need to know each and every one of its pros and cons, whether you want to use them or not. There's another one that I want to actually show you is this one, AdBlade. So for example, let's say AdBlade, right? So AdBlade is actually a very famous native advertising platform. It's very specific. They're very famous. They're very popular. But then if you are a beginner affiliate marketer, AdBlade is not a place that you should be, because AdBlade, first thing is they're very strict in approving your ads. They have a very strict creative regulations, and also they do cater for bigger target audience, for what we say, for bigger networks, for organization, guys. So even their minimum CPC is 0.35, if I'm mistaken, which is really expensive for beginner affiliate marketers. So let's say you're a beginner affiliate marketers, you choose an offer from Clickbank, and then now you want to go promote your campaign, then you use AdBlade. That would be a really bad idea as a beginner affiliate marketer. I always say this as well. So that's why you need to do your own background check regarding the native advertising platform that you are going to use. It's very essential, guys. So this is the third step: select the right publisher, guys. So like I told you, if you are interested to know more, there's actually a lot more. We are only covering 7 simple steps. So there's actually a lot more in depth of this, guys. So if you want to know more, then you can actually go ahead and get access to the free 45 days native ads course given by Colin Dice and the team himself, exclusive for the Dice University Forum members. This is actually like a what we say, like a gift that we are giving to our members. But you can still grab this seat if you're interested by joining the Dice University Forum. It's a community where affiliates all over the world come together to share their knowledge, to help each other, to build a community, and it's a very fast growing community, guys. So grab your seats by joining the Dice University Forum today and getting your free 45 days native ads course as well, guys. It's free. So the next step is for you to identify valuable content. So how do you actually identify valuable content? So there's actually few ways for you to do this. And whenever we are selecting a particular offer within Clickbank, I will actually ask you to do is, I will ask you to do research about that particular offer. Let's say for example, we go ahead and promote a quite famous one. Let's say we promote this one, 12-minute affiliate system offer, right? So what you have to do is you have to actually go over here, you have to copy this and paste this over here. So when you actually pressed it over here, you will actually get particular reviews regarding this particular system. So people will say it's legit, some people will say it's scam. So it totally depends on people. Most of them are affiliates actually. If you can actually see, surely they will, you see, they do have an affiliate link over here. So if you click on this, it will straight away lead you to the offer page of 12-minute affiliate itself. So this is actually an affiliate, most of them are usually affiliate marketers as well. So what you can actually do is you can actually see how they do their things, how they actually promote this particular offer. So make sure you do Google search, you search, go YouTube, watch what they are doing, how they are promoting, what pros are they are saying about this particular product. Some of them might even bought that product. Usually when I was an affiliate marketer, I don't promote any products that I didn't buy for myself. So only if I buy the product, I will actually promote that product. So totally depends on you, but you can actually go ahead, do the research, identify the valuable content that particular affiliates are giving, and you can actually use that particular content to make your content as well. So you can actually see, right, these people, they will try to be as informative as possible. Let's say this one, for example, this say it's a big scam, right? Okay, let's say, I don't think they will say it's a scam. Let's say, okay, all right, let's check out. Okay, no thanks, I don't want it. So you can actually see they actually say a lot of stuff over here for you. So you can actually get this particular, all these are actually affiliates, guys. So you can actually see the angle that they are actually approaching this, the valuable contents that they are giving, and you can actually see how informative that they can actually get with their particular offer. This is what you want to be with your audience as well. Even though you're just doing a native ads, when you're doing your lander, when you're actually warming up the audience, when you're trying to create an ads, you need to know the useful content. So Google them, search for them, get to know the useful content, and try to be as much possible as informative, because the audience like it if you try to be very informative to them. So try to be as informative as possible. So that is the fourth step. So the fifth step would be to build an appealing creative. So to build an appealing creative, what I would highly suggest is for you to first go ahead and build a landing page. Don't straight away direct your particular audience from the offer page, from the ad straight away to the offer page. Most of the ad networks does not allow this in the first place, but then even if they allow that, that's not a good thing to do. So first you need to go ahead and what we say, build an appealing creative. So we need to warm up your audience. To do that, we need to build a very nice landing page. So what you can actually do is you can use this software over here. It's called the Landerize. This software is a landing page builder which was built specifically by Colin Dice himself to cater affiliate marketers. So they do have a drag and drop templates just like all other landing page builder. You can get the page very fast, you can integrate it with external trackers. There's a lot of functions with this Landerize, but the best key point about Landerize is that Landerize is actually a landing page builder which allows you, once you finish with your landing page, it allows you to straight away upload your landing page to Amazon S3. And what happens when you upload your landing page to Amazon S3 is that your landing page will be very fast. It will start to load very fast. And what happens when your page loads fast is that you will actually increase your click-through rate. And if you read whatever articles regarding native ads, whatever that you guys go ahead and read, guys, you would know that your particular CTR is very, very important and essential to make your conversion rate high. It's actually directly proportional with the conversion rate. So in order for you to actually go ahead and increase your conversion rate, you have to increase your CTR rate. And this is what Landrise actually built. You can see my previous video on how I actually use Landrise to build the whole campaign, and I'll be creating more videos where build live build campaign, because I know audience love live build campaign. So I will be doing a lot of videos, other videos on how to build a live build campaign and everything. So I'll be using Landrise, so you can actually see exactly how easy is it to create a landing page with Landrise. Not only a easy landing page, but a highly optimized landing pages. The template itself, which was tested by Colin Dice and his team themselves, and they have been optimized really, really great, catered specifically for affiliate marketers. So for Landrise, there is actually a 14 days trial available. So there's actually a link in the description of this video. Landrise 14 days trial. You can actually click on that particular link and you will be able to claim the 14 days free trial with Landrise, guys. So make sure you optimize all these particular tools that you can get, so that you can actually improve your native ads campaign. Not only that, if you are worried about building an appealing creatives, another tool that you can actually use is called the Adiplex native. So Adiplex, they offer not only for native ads, they offer for different ads as well. So they do have a specific native ads campaign over here. So they do have a specific adplexity for native ads alone. So you can actually go, it's actually very nice to use spy tool, guys. So you can actually find successful campaigns run by successful affiliate. You can actually see every piece of the campaign, where they was running it, what device were they running it, how their landing page looked like, what was the creative that they use. So you get a lot of stuff. So you can actually see they're trusted by most of the big brands and big advertising platform as well. So you can actually see all these guys. You can literally check out the creatives that super affiliates are using and making it work. You can see the landing page. So you can take all this, you can literally copy them and build an appealing creative for yourself. You can do that. You can literally copy it from them. There's no harm. But what I would highly suggest you to do is take all the informations possible, and then you try to make it in your own way. You try to change it a little bit here and there. You try to optimize it a little bit, and then you make a much more better campaign that even they could make. So this is another tool that you can actually use, Adplexity Spy tool, catered specifically for native ads to build your appealing creative set. So take that into consideration as well. I think I will leave a link to Adplexity Spy tool in the description of this video as well, so you can actually take a look at that as well. So the next step would be allocating your campaign spend. So this is totally depending on you when you're actually generating a campaign. I'm going to show you guys. So let's say if we log in into Rave content, for example. Let me just log in into Rave content. I'm going to show you guys what am I talking about. Oops, just enter it in. All right, sorry, something happened. So once you log it into a campaign, right? So when you're trying to create a campaign over here, you can actually see the bid amount here. So in Rave content, you cannot actually change it. You cannot make it as CPC or CPM. But most of the native advertising platform, you can actually do that. Let's check out with MGID, for example. Let's check out MGID. I'm just gonna show you guys how what difference does it make. With MGID you have to put the creatives first, so I don't think it will work. So let's see a campaign that we did before. So let me just show you guys settings. Okay, you can actually see over here, right? So what happened to my campaign? Why can't I see anything else? Okay, crazy guys, but whatsoever guys, so it will actually be you can actually choose between your CPC or your CPM, so you can actually determine where how you want your ad to run. So usually with native ad it should be CPC, which is cost per click, and you should determine how much cash flow you want. So your main goal here is that you want to get the highest amount of the traffic, the most high quality traffic for the lowest amount of money. So that should be your goal, getting the highest traffic for the lowest amount of money. So you have to manage your cash flow properly. So you can actually get very useful traffic for $50 or $100 guys, but when you are starting a native ads campaign, I would highly suggest you to first go for a little bit higher CPC guys. So when you go for a little bit higher CPC, your ads will get shown to people more. You will actually push your ads more to people, and then when you are already getting the proper data on which where it is working, which country is it working, and all these guys, then you can actually lower it down by optimizing the campaign. So you need to allocate the proper campaign spend. Like this is my advice to you. So when you're starting, go high and then get data and then optimize that whole campaign. So that's how you do it with native ads campaign, and that's how you can actually run a very successful native ads campaign as well. So like I told you just now, right? So you need to collect data, but how do you want to collect the data? That is the next strategy, which is track, test, and optimize. So whenever you're running a native advertising campaign, even if you're doing a campaign here, right, or you're doing a campaign here, for example, let's say NGID, right, you will always see that they will emphasize you to use external tracker, or they will ask you to put your pixels into your website. They will ask you to do something guys, they will ask you to do something. So to track your campaign, because even though they do have internal tracking system within this native ads platform itself, they will ask you to go for a different external tracker so that you can actually collect data. Whatever guys, I've run a lot of campaigns with a lot of native advertising platform, and all of them will ask you, recommend you, they will not force you, but they will recommend you to have an external tracker. And with the external tracker, you have to set it all up, and then you will test run, like I told you, put a higher budget, test run the whole campaign, and then you collect the data, and finally you optimize. So the one that we will be using and we use most often is called Volume. I've actually attached the link to Volume in the description of this video. You can actually go ahead and register yourself. So I'm going to show you guys with Volume. Let me just sign in with Volume. So once you actually sign in with Volume, here is actually how you build the whole tracking with Volume. It's pretty simple guys. First thing that you have to do is you have to go ahead and set up your affiliate network. Like for example, we are using Clickbank, right? So we have already set up Clickbank here, but if you don't know how to set up, it's pretty simple. All you got to do is create a new affiliate network, and then once you create a new affiliate network, you click on Clickbank. There's a lot of templates of all the big networks over here. So all you got to do is just click on the template, click next, for example this one, and then hit save button. That's it. That's how easy it is for you to create a affiliate network. So the thing is, if the affiliate network templates is not here, then all you got to do is much more simple as well. So you can go ahead to over here, create custom affiliate network, and then you can go over here, and then you can start naming your affiliate network. I've actually created few network myself, and then what you need to do is, for here, if you don't have a you do not have a template, the parameters will be empty. So what you will do with these parameters is you need to go back to your affiliate network. So let's take Clickbank for example, but Clickbank's template is already there. So what you have to do is you have to connect to your affiliate manager and ask them regarding your parameters. Just ask them, I want to use Volume. Most of them already know what Volume is. So I want to track my campaign with Volume, and I need your parameters, your click ID, your payout, your transaction ID, your event type, whatsoever. Ask them the parameters and they will be willing to give you guys. So once you have done that, hit the save button and you have successfully created an affiliate network. So once you created an affiliate network, the next step is for you to go ahead and create a traffic source. So these two usually is one time do. So one time you already create your affiliate network and traffic source, you don't need to create it again. So the same concept, go ahead, hit traffic source, and most of the big ones are already here: MGID, AdCash, Rave Content, Tabula, Propeller Ads, Escosale, Ad Sierra, blah blah blah. Facebook is there, Google Display, Google Shopping, everything is there already, guys. Even Pinterest is there. So most of them are there already. So all you gotta do is just hit one particular template, hit next, and then hit save. That's it. You have successfully created your traffic source. So you do the same thing if there's actually a custom traffic source. You hit over here, you hit next, and do the same thing, name it, and then go to that particular traffic source, ask the affiliate manager the parameters they will give you, and hit the save button. That's it. That's how easy to do it. So these are the usual first step to do it. And this is like the first one that only one time you have to do this, guys. So once you have done that, then you can actually go ahead and follow the normal flow of a campaign. First, what we did was we find an offer, and then we find an offer in Clickbank, then we went Landrise to build our landing page, then we go to any advertising platform, to any native advertising platform to create our campaign. So you have to follow that flow and create the whole flow. Let me just show you guys. So let's say test flow offer, right? So we create offer first, then you can just name anything. Let me just name test, and here is where you put your affiliate link. For example, let's take an example offer, this one, right? Let's take this offer, for example, hit promote, hit generate hop links. Your affiliate link will come. Copy your affiliate link, paste it over here, and then what you need to do is you need to hit and make sure you hit and. This is very important, guys. So oh, why the end is not there is because you didn't choose an affiliate network first. So you need to choose an affiliate network. Just choose Clickbank first, guys. So Clickbank, and then you can choose a country if you're targeting a specific country, depending on your target audience, the one that the strategy that we talked earlier. So depending on your target audience, choose your target audience and all this kind of stuff. So once you've done that, you click and then you need to copy this one. All the templates that you put and all the affiliate networks that you created, they will already have this. So once you have done with this, copy this and paste it here. You can actually see none of these parameters is actually active, right? But if you paste it here, you can see automatically the click ID will be active already. So that's how we do it. Once you have done that, hit the save button. Let's say global test. Let me just put test 11111. So hit save, and then next step is for you to go to do landers. So what we will do with landers is first you go to new lander, you press lander. So before that, you just name test. Let's just tell us 11111. So before that, you have to already build a landing page with Landrise, guys. You should have already built a landing page with Landrise or any other landing page builder that you have already used. And let me just show you a sample how to do it. So once you have actually signed in into your landing page, Landrise, you have done your landing page. This is the landing page that we did previously. So we have actually published it. So you have to actually, what we say, integrate your domain with your Landrise, guys. So don't worry about that. You need to go to the getting start button. They will actually teach you on how to set up your Amazon full setup, as well as how to integrate your Amazon S3 into Landrise as well. And if you're not familiar, you don't like videos, then you can go to the support section. There's also text over here, text on how to set up your AWS, text to on how to connect your AWS to your Landrise as well. Everything is a step-by-step method. So once you connect it to your Landrise, whenever you do a landing page, for example, you hit publish, right? So whenever you publish a landing page, let's just do a sample, guys. I'm just going to choose a sample and I'm just going to publish it. Let's say this one, for example, sample. So just paste our affiliate link. Let me just go very fast. I'm not going to do the whole landing page, guys. Oh, my internet is slow, guys. I'm sorry for this. Internet is really, really slow. So yeah, we are back. Just paste it over here, hit save, and then you go to landing page. Then when you hit publish, right, you have to choose your domain that you have already integrated with your Amazon S3. So let's, once you choose a domain, you hit publish. What will happen is that you will get a notification your campaign has been successfully exported to Amazon S3. This is your link, right? So what you have to do is you have to go to your Amazon S3. You have to go to the bucket that you have actually uploaded the file and check out your file. So this is your sample file, right? So you see your file is already there, it's already been uploaded. So what you need to do is first you need to go volume, you need to make sure it's https stroke slash, because why we doing https is when you following the Amazon S3, how to set up Amazon S3 with Landrise, is they will actually teach you on how to get a free SSL certificate. So it will be an SSL issued SSL certificate, so don't worry about that. So it should be https, sorry guys. So once you're done this, then you go back to your Amazon S3, you copy this one, you paste it here, and then make sure there's no strokes at all, and then you put .com. Now you do slash, and then what you do is you go back to your Amazon S3, you go to the bucket where your folder is. It's a sample, right? So we're going to place sample, I'm gonna paste it here, and then you're gonna do another slash, and finally you're gonna input index.html, because this is where your landing page is actually is, guys. So it's in index.html, so you need to type this one there. So you need to type index.html. That's it, guys. That's it. Once you have done that, you hit the save button and your lander is successfully created. So the last step is for you to go to campaign and create a campaign. So you go create campaign, advanced. It's pretty simple. Just name your campaign, for example, test 1111. And then what you need to do is just change this one over here, default redirect mode into double meta refresh, redirect mode into double meta refresh. Make sure the path destination is in landers and offers. Then you name the path, name our path, sorry guys, so name our path is going to be test 1111. And then you're going to select a lander that you want to use. So you're going to use what lander we're going to use, test 1111. Upload your lander, and then your offer over here, upload your offer as well, test 1111. That's it. Once you have done this, hit the save button. Okay, workspace is required. Where is workspace? Oh, I didn't select this, sorry. Traffic source I didn't select as well. So let's just take an example of a traffic source. So yep, my bad. Then you just hit save, and that's it. You have successfully created a campaign. So what you will be doing is you'll be copying this click URL and paste it when you're doing an affiliate campaign. For example, this is where you're doing a campaign, right? Oh, this is where you're doing a campaign, right? So you're going to paste it in the link where they ask you to paste your link. They will ask you to go ahead and paste your affiliate link, right? This is the URL that you're going to use. When you're using this URL, everything would be tracked, and when everything is tracked, for example, what will happen is you will get something like this. You will get the whole campaign, so you can actually see what's happening with the campaign, what is going on, which one is working with the campaign. You can check every single one of the ad campaign, and you can check out a lot of stuff. You can check out which affiliate networks, when was the day, how was in the day that the campaign is running good, and all this. So once you have done all that, you have tracked your campaign properly, you have already tested your campaign. So using the data, you can actually optimize your campaign. So it's that easy how to do it, guys. So that's basically our 7 easiest strategy to make native ads campaign for Clickbanks and especially for beginners, guys. So that's the end of today's video, guys. I hope today's video was beneficial for you. Before we end today's video, like I told you, if you want to use Landerize, you can actually opt in into Landerize 14 days trial today by clicking the link in the description of this video. And also, if you want to join the free 45 days native ads course, which is given exclusive for the Dice University Forum member, all you gotta do is click on the link below, Dice University Forum, and then register into Dice University Forum, and you can get access to the 45 days native ads course. Like what I told you, the native ad strategy, this is just like a very basic touch, guys. Imagine you get 45 days course of in-depth of every single thing that you can actually use with this, guys. So make sure you opt in into it, you will not regret it. And if you want to use Adiplex or you want to use a volume, you want to use all these tools, all the link is in the description of this video as well, so you can actually go ahead and join and use them as well. So finally, before we depart, one thing that I want to say is please support us by hitting us the subscribe button, the like button if you like this video, as well as the bell notification, so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and so that we can keep making consistent good videos for you all the time. I'll be seeing you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.